So this is a walk around of the outside of what this thing would look like. So this is a 6.5 by 6.5 wide, and it's it's 80 inches tall and 80 inches wide. So up here, as you can see, I have all my hook and loop, which actually does a pretty good job holding it together. And then back here, I'm going to use clamps for the corners because that's just easier. Come around here. Still need to do that one up, but you get the idea. Over here, same thing. So now it is an open top, but it's going to go inside of my garage. And the ceilings are only about 84, so it won't have very much room at the top. And this will be essentially where I can do podcasts, record videos, things like that. And it's completely modular. I can add on, take down, whatever I want to do. You can see the bottom here. I miscalculated the sheet. These moving blankets, they're actually 40 by 72. When I was building it, I thought they were 40 by 80. So I just found some cheap lumber over at Home Depot. They have this 5mm underlayment. As you can see, I got a lot of clearance stuff, 70% off. The 2x3s. All in all, it's $100. Just $100 to build that. With blankets, everything. I used these staples in my Bostitch air gun to attach the blankets. And then, as you can see, I drilled 5/8 inch holes for the Velcro strips there. And those I got over at Harbor Freight. You get 20 of them. It was $5.99, and it'll work great. And these, I'll move this guy up a little bit. Right there, just clamps up those corners. And now it's freestanding. There's nothing right now. It's just testing it out, but you can see there's space in there. So there you go, your own little podcast studio that'll be pretty acoustically treated. It won't be too bad. With those moving blankets and them being hollow, it should absorb a lot of sound. I'll get it all set up in the garage in a couple days here, and we'll try it out, and then I'll let you know. Okay, so I am inside of this thing. You guys can kind of see how it looks from the inside. Actually, filming on the inside, it's a lot quieter than just on the outside. You can see all these staples. I might go through and just hit a little black spray paint on them, but without the light, they shouldn't reflect too much. These are imperfect blankets, but I think they kind of look cool. They have recycled fabrics and things like that in there, so different colors throughout. Not too bad, but I think this will look pretty cool and be really easy to shoot and film without having to get a whole new room in the house. Like I said, this is only $100. This is, yeah, I mean, you can kind of see these are not the best ones, so that's why these are on the side. The back panel definitely looks the best. You can kind of see little sparkles and just different things in there just from the fabrics, but each of these blankets is only $4.99 at Harbor Freight. So I did buy 2 more in case I decide to build this part. But I kind of needed it to be open so that I could have lighting and all that sort of stuff. So for now, that's how it'll be. And as you can kind of see, The seams overlap each other in most places. Actually, almost everywhere they overlap, so that you don't have to worry about sound getting through there. But yeah, overall this should do really well. So pretty happy with how it turned out. Super easy to store. Like I said, these panels are 40 by 80, and it's pretty simple to cut. Get out of there. So got your 2x3s to 77 inches. Then, because these are 1.5 inches, you got one at the top, one at the bottom. That's 3 inches. 77 and 3 is 80. So you got perfect 80-inch height all the way around. And I got 18 2x3s to do all of this for about $56. And then the blankets, the Velcro, and the staples. I had everything else that I needed. So I had the drills and all that. You don't really need an air compressor for the staple gun. If you have just a normal staple gun, that'll work fine. But just make sure you get these nice and stretched out so that they look pretty decent. But yeah, overall, pretty stoked with it. Let me know what you guys think.